And let me forward one job openings. It's a really good opportunity in that group. So it's in the US, but I think this will be also in India. It's a global. Let me forward that. So in the same group, Ashish, you can also look for this one.
Good evening, sir.
Hello, hello.
Yes,
So you are in our group, right? SAP interview preparation. If not, I will send you also separately.
Yes, it's also Ashish is also available
Okay,
in
so
that
Ashish,
group.
yeah, so you can look into that one. So SAP is looking for graduates, okay, or whoever is upcoming graduates for the COE, okay, Center of Excellence. There's something called Max Attention, so they will train you for 6 months. So it's a great opportunity for upcoming graduates or who has just completed their graduation recently. And SAP is a great company to work for, and it's a product company, right? So Ashish, you can also look for that, and then that's let me help you to prepare resume also for if you are interested, and if there is a position also in India. I think you're cutting off.
sir. Actually, I am traveling in train, so there is some network issue.
Oh, okay, okay,
Yes. Sir, actually, my seventh semester exam is from 5th December. So I am
okay.
just going for Kolkata from Pune to Kolkata.
Mm-hmm. Okay, okay, got your point. Yeah, okay. So let me.
And add one topic regarding LSTM to post on LinkedIn, right? Like sir, about my views on LSTM,
Uh-huh.
and yes, sir. And I also applied for company entity data as a role of data science there uh, through LinkedIn, sir. And I have also prepared this week 1 to 2 list of company name in our seat, sir.
Okay. So entity data
It's
is a
my
consulting company, right? I know that company very well. I know few directors and VPs over there at entity data.
yes, sir.
Can help you to
Yes,
reach out.
yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So I
But
have applied, but
first, yeah,
yes, sir. But I have not. I haven't get any response yet, sir.
right. So did you update your resume according to their job description?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So that to me, send it to me resume and the job description. Okay, and then I will tell you whom to connect that entity data. Let me find them, and then you can give my reference to them too.
Yes, sir.
They
एंड
know very
सर
good.
अभी आप एसएपी के बारे में क्या बोल रहे थे सर? थोड़ा आवाज कट गई थी, मैं
Yeah.
नहीं सुन पाया था ठीक से.
हाँ हाँ एक मिनट में शेयर करता हूँ.
ओके सर, थैंक यू.
सो एसएपी नॉर्थ अमेरिका एक्चुअली ग्लोबली ये लोग देख रहे हैं. See this one, see my screen?
यस सर.
Yeah. So इसमें क्या है ना कि ये तो this is just for like North America, but they are also looking globally. I know that. Recent graduate, right? Eager to kickstart your career, dynamic and innovative. SAP is a great company to work, right? It's a product company, and then pretty soon the whole SAP market will be hot. So they will train you 6 months of classroom and then on the job training, right? They will pay you. You will be SAP's employee. It's kind of internships and job opportunities both. So 6 months they will train you in SAP, cutting edge of SAP all platforms, And then to work with, of course, industry leaders. Like it's if you see, 70% of Fortune 500 companies runs on SAP. Okay, so it's a really great chance. And then if you know a little bit of SAP, right, you will get a competitive advantage over there, right, from other candidates. So while submitting, you have to be little bit. You have to write something about SAP too, right? You have to do research, and then here is that application. Okay, so 2025 business process associate. This is a really great opportunity for recent graduates or masters, right? Like undergraduates and masters both. A little bit tweaking in SAP, like if you know a little bit, yes, of course you will get it added advantage. So go through that, and then we can discuss like what to write in your resume.
Yes, sir.
There are plenty of SAP courses. It's a free. Okay, I'll also share that link. And then there's something called SID, SAP ID. Now, how to create that? I think I provided details, but I can help you again. That's not a problem. You can also search how to create SID, right? And then there are a lot of training courses you can do. It's free of cost.
Is this job which you are mentioning is available for Canadian students?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. It's for entire North America.
Oh, okay. Because my niece, I just called her. I hope she joins. I'm waiting for her to join. She just started looking for jobs. She just defended her thesis, and I asked her to send her background, like resume or what she has done in the course.
Mhm.
So she has sent me, but I would like her to present here when she comes to this meeting, so that you can see it and then you can guide her. That will be great if she can get a job in this country.
Yeah.
And of course, she's a fresher. She doesn't have too much background, but it seems
Yes.
that what I looked at her courses appears that she probably would be a good candidate for data science because
Yeah.
that's what she has done, pretty much collecting data and analyzing it in her thesis. So
Oh,
I hope
that's
she joins us.
well, yeah. The data science is there a huge demand, right? And then I'll
Yeah.
also keep posting in our group, in our WhatsApp group about undergraduate and master's jobs, right? There
Yeah.
are plenty. Like Microsoft is also recruiting a lot. Microsoft, Google. I know few people at Google. They are looking for candidates.
Uh-huh. Okay. He's asking something. Assis, he's asking.
मैं बोल रहा था chat box में.
Okay, let me stop sharing. Look for yeah. I'll say that. Check it if it is there available in India too. This is definitely for like North American candidates, but yes, look into that. And then I'll also post. I don't know much like the opportunities in India, but yes, definitely there are plenty in US. I know in this data science. And then see these things are available like on LinkedIn, right? So, but yeah, wherever you want to apply, try to connect at least 50 people from that organization. So Ashish, you can do that, right? Like let's say entity data, right? I will let me send you a couple of profiles, okay, and then you can send your resume directly to them. Let me look my network for entity. Uh,
Good evening, sir.
Hello, hey Om Prakash ji.
Sir, you have Good job, fantastic job, sir. I seen this picture and yeah, feeling proudly fitting. Feeling you maintain this culture in our culture in USA. Sir, how was his how was feeling there? American societies.
No, this was like for Bana Cultural Fest, but yeah, we have see once we celebrate Janmashtami and other festivals, right? Like a lot of people. You will see senators, congressmen, judges, constables, sheriffs, lot of folks from political arena. They all come to celebrate because they know, right? Like we are also big diaspora, right? So Indian people they vote, and then yeah,
So
it's a
Rajiv
big
ji,
deal.
I have
Great, sir.
yeah. Okay, all of you, Rajiv ji, Ashish ji, I have invited my niece. She just finished her masters in Canada. She defended her thesis and looking for her training permit to begin searching for job. So I invited her to this meeting. So Smriti, could you please introduce yourself and your background? And we have here a panel of experts in computer science and engineering and other areas, and job seeker like you in India and other places. So this group is pretty much Sundays. We discuss. This panel is mainly people like you and fresh engineers who have just started working, but they need mentoring what happens in industry because college course is different than the actual work life, and that's why we all are here to help young professional like you. So please go ahead and explain your background. I see Dinesh ji is also here, so nice. Prakash ji is here. These are all experienced people. You and Assis on this panel is right now the job seekers. Others are all mentors. So provide your background to all of us, and then we will try to analyze your background and see where you can North America. And it seems Rajiv ji is saying that there are tons of job right now open where you can easily fit in, and that is not only for you but also for Canadian students. So introduction. Smithy, please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for that intro. So, yeah, my name is Smriti. I I recently completed my master's in computer science from Dalhousie University here in Halifax, Canada. And so my master's program was specializing in human computer interaction. So I have a background in user experience research, uh, product design, and you UX design, and that kind of stuff. And before coming to Canada, I in back in I did my bachelor's in technology in computer science from LNMI Jaipur, which is a private college, but it's a deemed to be university. So yeah, and after doing my BTech over there, I did a few internships in the field of machine learning and AI. So I dabbled a bit in that just to see if that is something which sparks my interest or not. And so machine learning is quite a hot topic these days, but that was not something which I was super inclined about. So yeah, I went for a higher degree, and so yeah, human computer interaction and UX research, product design is pretty much what I have done a few projects in here. I also did an internship during my master's program. So it was with the healthcare organization here in Halifax. It's called Nova Scotia Health. And so my project there was focused on evaluating the existing learning management system. And so I ran a research study and just evaluated current system over there. So yeah, that's pretty much a bit about me. And I'm looking for full time and contract roles here in Canada. I mean, of course, at some point down the line, I do see myself maybe moving around to the US or wherever I have a good opportunity. But for now, I'm looking for opportunities here in Canada. So yeah, and just happy here and to have some guidance from all of you. So thanks.
Thanks, Smriti, and welcome to this group. I'll introduce myself. My name is Rajiv Jha. I'm in Houston, in US for last 20 years. Most of the time, my entire career I was in SAP. Still, I'm an SAP, work for Accenture as a senior manager over here. Yeah, so definitely. I just posted one in the chat box. This is exactly for your profile in Canada. It's with Amazon. So yeah, I know Amazon, Google, right? Of course, your the skill sets, particularly in that AI and then human interaction, is really right for sure. And then yeah. So where are you targeting? Like, what is your dream company? Where are you looking for right now?
So yeah, I have a few in mind, which are like dream companies. It's Meta, Microsoft, Amazon, Apple, Netflix, Google, Spotify, Duolingo, and Notion. But out of these, just like 5 or 6 of these have offices in Canada.
Mhm.
So for now, yeah, I mean that's what my goal is. But yeah, I'm pretty much open to wherever I find a good opportunity because this is just like the start of my career. So
So good. So these are all product companies, right? So definitely you can what I will advise to create one Excel file like with all your dream companies, okay? And then look for all recruiters, right? Like in that LinkedIn, connect at least 50 people in that particular company wherever you are looking for.
mhm,
Okay, and then before you reach out to them, right? So what you should do once you add them in your LinkedIn profile, then every week at least try to post two news, right, related to your particular area, okay,
okay,
which your own perspectives.
mhm, okay,
Right? So that's how people will start noticing you.
okay,
Okay, and then if you let's say if you are adding 50 people, at least like 40 will accept,
mhm,
and then create a one template kind of cover letter.
okay,
Okay, cover letter create for different create 10 folders like all your dream companies. Okay, let's say Apple, Google.
mhm,
Okay, so your resume, create your 10 different versions of resume. All
okay,
okay. So in different folder, different cover letter, and then your resume should be based on the job profile. And then let's say if you are looking at LinkedIn,
mhm,
so usually what I do or what I advise people to do, copy the job description. Okay, go to Chat GPT or Microsoft Pilot or
mhm,
like whatever Gen AI you are using. Tell them to create your resume based on the job description.
mhm,
Okay, now you already have your own resume. You see that the Chat GPT resume, Chat GPT will give you key skill sets and put those skill sets, let's say 10 skill sets out of 10, 7 or 8. Of course, it will match, right? Like that's what you are looking for, right? So put those skill sets exactly like in your resume. Put in your skill sets sections. I have prepared some resume template also, resume template and cover letter template. I will share that link to you. So you can fit it, right? Based on job description. And then that's how people will select your resume because it's selected. There is no human, like human
mhm,
interaction minimum nowadays, right? Shortlisting resume. So your resume will be shortlisted. Then whatever you have written in your resume, right? Create a half a page of the scripting. Like your story should be ready. Right? Of how you are fit in that particular position. Okay. Same thing with the cover letter. When you are applying to their websites or reaching out to recruiter, right? So if you're reaching out to them in your LinkedIn message, right, then it will be uh, brief, brief
okay,
intro with that how you are fitting in that particular role. But cover letter should be a little more.
mhm,
So once you connect, then start sending it to them. Right? See what their response would be. Okay, so that's the product side. From consulting side, like I work for Accenture. I know few people in Accenture, like they are also from Bihar. One person is leading a North America AI, Gen AI business. His name is Amit Kumar. I will connect you with him. So he'll definitely help. But yeah, he can help you on that. But that is for consulting side. I will not advise you directly to look for a job in consulting, because if you are more keen on product side, stick with that.
Okay.
Okay, consulting is later on,
So,
because
Smriti, I would recommend that this is a good time to share your, the resume you sent me. I asked her to kind of put together a resume for this meeting, which she has
Mm-hmm.
done. So why don't you share with the panel here?
Yeah, yeah,
And
for sure. I can do that.
yeah, and then so that they can critique it and then they can properly advise you. And I
Okay.
see on the panel some more experts have joined. Malik ji have also
yes,
joined. Malik ji
yes,
runs a
Swamiji.
Saturday meeting of the group. This group meets like daily in the morning, time Indian time for kids, like kids to 1 to 8 standard, something like that. And then on Saturday it is kind of high school kids, and Sunday is for professional like you or young engineers who are engineering college or some kind of STEM area. I think
Okay.
we mostly focus on STEM areas. Malikji, welcome. And Smriti is my niece. She is Kumarji's daughter. For rest of you, Malikji is also from my village. He is my bachpan ka dost, but he's also from my village. So he knows my younger brother Kumarji also very well. I don't think you have met my niece before, but that's what she is. She is in Canada right now. She just finished her master's, and now she's looking for job. So I asked her to come to this meeting to get advice from panel. Okay, can you share, please?
Yeah. So in the Google Meet chat, I don't know, it's not allowing me to add the document, so I'll just upload it to Drive and share the Drive link. So
No,
that
there should be at the bottom a sharing link. See at the arrow at the bottom near the hand key. We can guide you. You can share.
so are you asking me to share my screen or send it as a document?
Oh,
Because
I'm asking you to share your screen.
okay, yeah,
So
that I
that,
can do.
yeah.
Just
So if you share your
okay.
screen, then we can see your resume and then show that
Okay.
resume on the screen.
Just a minute.
Yeah.
I'll open it.
In the meantime, Malikji, tell something about while she's trying to bring her resume. How is everything in Calcutta? And I see two new others. Let's see who are they. How can I see their?
Malik sir, please unmute sir.
Yeah. So in Kolkata, really, Amarnath, nothing happens. So life goes on as it is. Presently, there is there is a lot of talk about is some semiconductor company is going to be established here in Kolkata. So, and Infosys has made a very big complex which will house about 50,000 people. Yes, Smriti is there now.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
is my
please.
screen visible?
Yes.
yes.
Okay. So firstly, I wanted to thank uh, for this job description and also for the tips that you just gave. Those were super helpful. So thank you for that. And so yeah, this is just a one-page resume. I have zoomed it in a bit so that it's visible, but
Yes.
feel free to let me know if I should zoom out or zoom in if it's not visible.
Why don't you explain to us? We are looking at it, but whatever
Okay.
statement you have in different period, that would
Mhm.
be good, as if you are in the interview telling about yourself. So that's how
Okay.
interview goes on.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that. So, uh, so a bit about me. So initially, I have my email and my LinkedIn profile. If you know find me elsewhere, I also have my portfolio link here, and so a bit of discussion is that This portfolio is still in progress. I'm just trying to polish it and finalize it. But I have added it here so that if the recruiters want to see some of my case studies and my previous projects, they can. And so initially, short introduction about myself, that I am a UX researcher and I have expertise in mixed methods research. And I what my intent is, that I want to be involved in designing impactful user experiences. And so my past experience I have added. So initially, right now I'm working as a research assistant with the Resilience Research Center here. uh, and the project here I'm doing is, I'm conducting mixed methods research, which involves doing surveys and interviews with various participants. And right now we're dealing with youth who are living here in Nova Scotia who are at risk of homelessness. So the questions are around asking risk protective factors are, so that we can inform policy recommendations around that. And so I'm also involved in data analysis here to generate some actionable findings from this research project. And right now I'm also working as a HCI researcher. So HCI is human computer interaction. And this is with the Persuasive Computing Lab at Dalhousie University. So this is the lab that I was affiliated with as a grad student. I'm working here since December 2020. So that's about 4 years now. And my master's thesis project here was on designing, developing, evaluating a mobile application called Lightlink. And this mobile application was designed for caregivers in Canada who are supporting another individual who is at risk of suicide. And so I was involved in conducting end-to-end research through two studies. And so the various research methods that I used was semi-structured interviews, surveys, doing thematic analysis, lots of statistics, and then the final output was generating design recommendations, uh, and also insights on how the app engagement and usability can be improved. And for this project, I collaborated with some local community organization, and as well as some subject matter experts here at DAL. So from the Dalhousie Psychiatry Department. And so these stakeholders were involved in defining the research objectives and brainstorming ideas for the mobile application. And yeah, besides this, I have also uh, led the research and design of another mobile app, which is Procrastinator, and that was an academic project wherein we were developing an app for reducing procrastination in university students. And so again, the methods that I used there were surveys and interviews, and I was also involved in quantitative and qualitative data analysis. And so all of my research, uh, I have uh, I have like been involved in publishing all the research findings in leading HCI journals. And for my LifeLink project, which was my master's thesis, I also received the graduate research scholarship here at DAL. And I was so yeah, that's a bit about my position here at the lab. And my internship with Nova Scotia Health was as a student analyst, and I did touch a bit about the LMS related evaluation project that I did there. And so, yeah, this is just one of my recent publications. I've also added my skills here, and yeah, my education is here in the end. So, yeah, happy to know any feedback or just any comments around this so I can improve it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say it's a really, really strong resume for sure. Couple of
Thank
things
you.
I can see here, right? the same timeline, if you see the same time you are working on three different projects,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's overlapping,
Yeah, yeah.
right? And then it's also in diverse industry, right? Somewhere you are doing a researcher, somewhere you are helping community,
Mm-hmm.
right? So when you are applying for, again, like as we discussed earlier, right? When you are applying, right, then you have to change it accordingly,
Okay, okay,
right? You should not float this as every job site,
okay,
right? And you should also not use the same resume to apply for any specific position,
okay,
right? It will be your a generic resume,
okay.
but couple of things, right? You have to make that a story
Mm-hmm.
in between,
Okay.
right? Let's say for Amazon or any or Google, like where they are looking for diversification, DEI, or some community type of work, right? You have to specify, right? Like you have word for homeless people. I think that's what I heard, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So that is, so at that point of time, it is really good.
Okay,
Right? So those points you can make for your like interview preparations,
okay.
right? And then couple of things. Let's say even if it is not, you have not done that, right? But then you have to include in your project and then do some research on that particular area.
Okay, okay.
So the example I'm just telling, like if I search at, like people are not, like humans are not looking for this, right? Like AI, they will just simply search the keyword from the job description,
Mm-hmm.
right? And that is the reason probably these types of resume do not get selected.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's very strong. Like you have worked a lot, and then it's all relevant in the jobs, right? Whatever in that A, not only in AI, right? Like also in for consulting or any product industry. That's really good. Like if you'll just see that Amazon's job, which I just said, right? Like it says that diverse experiences, right? So you have that. Uh, yeah, just, but that's what my feedback would be. We had already
Okay.
discussed. Yeah,
Okay. Thank you so much. I just had a follow-up question. So,
sure.
if someone is working on multiple projects at the same time, is that like a red flag? If I kind of tweak that I took, because when I was doing my internship along with my studies, I was of course spending less time on my research role at the lab, but I have included it because that was just in my. Is that a problem or is that fine?
See, sometimes, right? Like, see, your duration is too short, right? Like, it is a student analyst, it's hardly, or it's like that is your intensive experience, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So, you can do couple of things. Like, one is experience, like your work experience,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then once you can put like your leadership experience, like if you are doing anything in your college,
Okay.
right? So that thing is related to more of your coursework, right? You can add couple of more things.
Okay.
But if I see as a work experience, right, then I will say, hey, Smriti is a full-time student, right? And then working at the same time. See, if it is your college work, right, or any project leadership work, I can understand,
Mm-hmm.
right? But as a work experience, right, if I will see that, oh, that is perfectly fine. Overlapping is perfectly fine because you work for different clubs, right, in colleges.
Mm-hmm.
There will be robotics clubs or hackathon or other
Yeah.
things. And other things you can add like some kind of achievement, right? In
Mm-hmm.
your team lead, like did you lead any team or any diverse team anywhere in
I
project lead?
I did. So I mean, I have such leadership experience back from my BTech days. I was coordinator of a club in my BTech uh, during my time in India. But since that was like it has it's not my master's, it's not related to the recent few years, I did not include that. But if you feel valuable, I'm add that as well.
Yeah, because see, if I'm looking for more kind of a team member and then team leaders also, right? If you have that experience, I think that will be good.
Okay. Okay.
But again, like put it, manipulate is not the correct word. Change it, update it accordingly, right? What they are looking for.
Rajiv, should she add it in the skill section, like under some bullet, like leadership development or
No, experience make it like two
social
parts.
skills? Uh, yeah.
The experience, like there are a lot of things in experience. Make it like two sections:
Hmm.
work experience and then your leadership experience.
Okay.
Right? The same experience will be two taxation. Then you can put like all other things like your team leadership skills, and because
Mhm.
that's what we ask also during the interview process.
Okay.
Right? Where I ask, okay, because see, let's say if I'll ask, okay, in interview questions, okay, tell me a scenario where you were leading a team. Okay,
Hmm.
once you will answer that, immediately I will ask, okay, a scenario where your member was not agreeing with you on any topic, right? Or
Hmm.
there was a conflict with your team member. How did you resolve it?
And this question is the most important question we ask to candidates in interview. I have asked the same question, and I was asked when I was looking for jobs several times. So,
Hmm.
so conflict resolution. How do you resolve it when somebody is not
Questions like, let's say, tell me about yourself, right? This will be your question. So you should
Hmm.
not, of course, you are already experienced, like you have done your masters, you have been through this like multiple times. But if you will do that scripting, then you do not have to
Hmm.
think, right? And then most important thing what we look for during that interview, like if for any candidate, first thing, a student, that person should be quick learner, right? Because technology is changing every day. It's
Yeah.
evolving. So a person should be quick learner, and
Hmm.
then more kind of soft skills, right?
Okay.
You should have that empathy, kindness towards your team,
Yeah.
right? That's what it looks for, that leadership skills. So those things. Then if you write like, hey, I was a leader in that particular area, and then I lead my team, then I will see those things matters a lot. Okay. And then yeah, a couple of things. I'll also say, probably I'll share some behavioral questions, right? Like what people asks, right? Let's say any challenging moment, like let's say if you are working on a project, right? And then you got something where the requirement was not clear to you, right? For any project, any
Hmm.
kind of project, right? That how did you tackle the situation, or you did not know the technology which you were supposed to work on. Okay, so those things. But that will be later on. But yes, for resume feedback, that's what I will say. That experience, and then if you put that experience and leadership experience, then overlapping is fine, perfectly fine. If you can
Okay.
put your because see, you have not worked in real environment,
Hmm.
right? So your leadership skills during your college matters a lot,
Okay.
and of course your research is great. So you can make it little brief on that, like that HCI researcher in
Okay.
that one, because that is taking too much of space in your resume,
Okay.
right? And then you can use this when you see that a job description, right? You can use this section to make that particular story.
Okay.
Okay, so make it something like it's your resume. You have done that, but put somewhere fit that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's super valuable feedback.
Yeah. And then I really like your the portfolio one. That's really good. Right? That's again, that's matter a lot. So what you can also do, right? Let's say if you're submitting your resume, and then if there are other sections like cover letter and additional document, you can
Mhm.
submit your portfolio too.
Yeah. So these days I'm seeing like it has become a requirement. Like they do ask for it. So I thought why not have it ready because
Yes.
yeah, it's become a requirement now. So yeah.
Yes. No, I've seen a couple of. I'm doing some mentor for a few students at Columbia and then Duke. They do the same thing. I've seen a couple of really good portfolio. I was so much impressed with those portfolios. Yeah, but that's what my feedback was.
Okay. Thank you.
Malik ji, and this resume template is this is the perfect for graduate students. One page, and this is the profile which is scannable, and it
Mhm.
will go directly to their database.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah, no, because my daughter, she is working. She just started college at Carnegie Mellon.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah, so
what program is she in there?
she is in like strategic management and robotics.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's
Because I
great.
was giving her a different template. She said, no, no, this is the perfect template. That's what you should use. So she explained me that this is like scannable, like in Google and Microsoft, they're using this particular resume, this particular format. Okay, so they can easily scan it and it will go to their database.
That's reassuring to know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rajeevji, I'm really, I wish when I was young, I had known you for the advice. It is so surprising that in our lifetime, no, Amarnathji, there was no need of any resume or anything.
Yeah,
I never had to write one,
yeah.
but I
So
faced few interviews, like even in
Dineshji,
Bhava,
please
Advanced Research.
join the discussion. Interject and join us. We are focused on this student, but hey, this is also Sunday, so we can all talk.
Which
Yes,
I think
thank you,
40,
thank you
40,
very
50
much,
years back.
everyone. Malikji,
Yeah, yeah. I wanted to hear. I think you have given such beautiful advice to Smriti. Yes, I think, and I'm very proud of Smriti. She's from my
first of
village,
all,
you see.
thank you.
Thank
Okay,
Yeah, Dineshji.
so let me just introduce myself. I am Dinesh Jha. Okay, presently I am staying in Pune, 17 years, and I am working in a chemical industry. The company name is Sudarshan Chemicals. Since 17 years, as the post of deputy general manager. Okay, so just 3 days back, some of my friends add me in this group, and just I would have to, the such type of feeling that I have to join the all the debates, meeting, and see what is going on in this the mystery. So very nice to see all the genius brain here. So in different country, different locations, and definitely guide our community, help them to the get better opportunity across the globe. So the reason why I joined because of to understand what is going on in this platform. So okay. Regarding my family, my sisters working 4 years. Okay. She is basically a mechanical engineer, but
GST as an assistant commissioner, and presently I am posted in Navi Mumbai. And Smriti is my daughter, and one son. Uh, he's doing BTech from VIT Chennai, second year.
Nice.
So here you go. Just for Dineshji, I tried to. Uh, my goal was to encourage at least 10 people to come to USA. I came here almost like 41 years back in 1983. So I tried on my friend Malikji. He didn't budge. I also tried on my younger brother. He didn't budge. But my niece listened, and so she came to Canada. So I'm very proud of her that she wanted to try something different and new, and she showed her courage. So good job, Smriti. You made me happy on by coming to this side of the world, and then there is an open field for you. You will do fine. You have done very good, and I look forward to see your future accomplishments.
Thank you. Thank you.
I
But
see in the
one thing,
background two other.
It is very
Yeah,
pleasure to say, the Ganga sirs, Amarnath Rajiv sirs, Malik sirs, the lot of experienced group is here. So definitely it will help to our all the younger generations to get right place, to get, the right opportunity across the globe. I am very fortunate
yeah.
to
So
join this
yeah,
meeting and
please.
understand,
So
the total.
so spread the word, and basically we let me tell you what we do here. We have three set of meetings. This link which you joined today, the same link you can join on Saturdays also, same time 8 o'clock. So Saturday meeting is focused on mainly like high school or middle school kids, and we teach science, of course. Our goal is to teach science and English and everything we do in English here. The idea is that Maithili, Hindi, they all already do it in India. There are many, many organizations. Our goal is to build international network of, from the experienced people like us to the young generation. Like we have students in morning meetings who are in first grade, second grade also. So, so we are connecting all of us together. And it is open to everybody, not only for Maithils or Mithila people or Bihari people. Anybody can join, so it's open to everybody, but it happens in English. So there is a daily meeting, Brahma Muhurt meeting in the morning, and Pankaj runs very well that morning. Every morning he wakes up, and he's from Pune, as you know, and and so Indian time 5:30 to 6:30. So anybody interested, there is separate Google Meet link for that, and we will share that. And so that happens every day with small kids, middle school kids. And then on Saturdays we do like middle school, high school, all kids, the college students, everybody, whatever science question they have, we discuss that, and Malik ji leads that effort. And on Sundays Rajiv ji leads this meeting. He's from here, of course, USA. And this idea is mainly to mentor young students like graduates like my niece Smriti, or even those who are in the jobs, first 5 years. So that is thing. And so this is like this is our audience. But on the other hand, we need you to come to be the experienced contributor. We also need a lot of mentors. We have very limited mentors right now. We want to expand. We want from all parts of the world, but also from the different experiences. Like Malikji he's a Bhava Atomic Research Center scientist. I have done all my life at IBM and Intel Semiconductor. Rajiv ji is doing SAP, so like that. Every Om Prakash ji is doing quality. So there are different people have different experience, and a common thing in all of us is that we are trying to solve problems. Doesn't matter whatever you do in daily life. And then this idea is that connect with our own community back home and help. And we realize that this is how we can contribute. And so we are trying to expand this as much as we can. So help us recruit more people, students, middle school, high school, college students, even the experiment we discussed. So Sunday is kind of for everything. Saturday is more for the student science students, and every day morning is Brahm Muhurti is meeting is for small kids. So this is what we have done so far for last 3 years. Pretty much we have been doing it, and we will continue to expand it. Thank you for coming today, Dineshji. It was really nice to see you. Smriti, you have any more questions? And I have also sent Smriti, you and Rajiv ji email
Mhm.
introducing each other. So I recommend Smriti that please send your resume to him.
Okay.
All the information which you sent it to me. Uh, I didn't want to forward it because I wanted you to learn that in American and Canadian society, uh, uh, father and mother and uncle and aunts don't do things for
Yeah.
job seekers. We expect
Yes.
you to do everything.
Yeah.
Okay, this is
That's
different
fair.
than India.
Yeah.
So you should be doing everything. So even if I advise you, but you will have to do it. So I
Yes.
want you, since you are the job seeker, so please send your information to him, and then he is going to kind of advise you how to redo your resume different ways, like he said in the meeting, and then uh, uh, start applying. And then I would say that I know you are more interested in Canada, but be open to all. Canada and the United States, whatever, is one country with a border. So um, it doesn't matter. As soon as they see your resume, um, that you have done your masters in Canada, they will consider you as if you are doing your masters. You have done your masters from United States universities. So you will be equally eligible to apply in all the companies. So don't restrict yourself to only Canadian companies. Apply different cities here. Hey, you will at least get interview experience, right? And they will pay
Mhm.
for your ticket and hotel and everything. So just utilize this period, and then whenever you have questions or need any more advice, please, now you know where to come, right? This is a meeting dedicated on Sundays for students and professionals like you. So feel free to come and feel free to talk to me or talk to Rajivji. Rajivji, I'll share your phone number also
Yes,
with her.
fine. That's fine.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, and anybody else for that matter. We are all connected here, and actually we need, because we need to create a global email network so that everybody is there for
Yeah.
information sharing
Yeah.
also.
And
Okay.
Ashish for you, right? Like you heard something. I don't know if you have heard earlier about the portfolio thing, right? Like that's what we discussed. Last time we discussed about resume and cover letter. And then if
Yes,
portfolio is
sir.
something new, you can also go for it, right? Let me share one portfolio which I got, like which really I was impressed when I got that portfolio. Let me share that. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir. Yes, yes. We can see.
Her name is Prerna Tirudkar. She's like Columbia. She did at Columbia University Masters. She did it now. She got a job. But see, the way she had explained, like she is more focused on the green sustainability side. Okay, so that's why it's wrote like this one. And then here you can put all right. There's one more thing, Smriti, you can do. Um, have you heard about it, edX?
Uh, edX, is that a software?
No, let me explain also that edX. So you can do one or two certifications from there too. Right? That will be also a huge differentiator. Like
Okay.
let's say HBS, right? Like Harvard or other name. So let me also first let me go through that and then I'll say.
Okay. Is it like Coursera? Is that?
No, it's different from Coursera.
Okay. Okay.
Little different. Okay. See, this should be interactive, right? Your resume C is more focused on sustainability. You can put more human interactions and others AI stuff. Okay. See this like I will share both to both of you. I'll put it in that resume folder. Okay, so you can get some ideas, and then here are your recommendations. That could be from your college, from your BTech, or from your job, and those things. Okay, any like social work or anything, right? You can put here all those things. You can put it over here. Okay, so now let me share edX. It's like Coursera, but it's here you will see a lot of courses which you can do. Just name it anything, right? And let's say AI bootcamp. Let's say for this one, Rice University. Right, so you will get something from a Rice University. Okay, it's a small type of course. It's just differentiator. This could be your differentiator from Rice University, from Harvard, from MIT. Right, there are like verified certifications. So you will get verified certification from there. Okay, courses you can attend free, but if you just looking for certification, you can get it from there. There's a lot of like, let's say if you are looking for anything from Harvard, okay, let's say MIT, digital business strategy, right, digital future, right, executive educations. Right, so you will get something from MIT, right? So these verified certifications will help you, right? You put in your resume in your education section or certifications. That's training and certifications. So something if you see in the job description, if they are looking for something, and then if you put it, that will be a huge differentiator for you. Okay. So yes, this edX is really helpful. Explore it more, you will see all
Yeah, I
different.
will check this out. Thank you.
Yeah. So edX is a really good one, and then of course this portfolio is also a good idea.
I see Pathakji has joined. Pathakji, please introduce yourself. Thank you for coming. I'm not sure if he has internet connection problem or anything.
Okay,
Rajiv, sir?
Amarnath, I had one question to Smriti actually.
Yeah,
So
please.
I learned from Kuwarji that Smriti is not interested in applying in USA. Well, is that a right step? What do you think, Rajiv ji?
I mean, so I am seeing a lot of job opportunities in the US, but what my thinking is that for immigration purposes, in order to get the Canadian PR or to apply for the Canadian PR, I need to have work experience over here, like at a company here. So that is my line of thinking. But of course, I am very open to. As a person, I am open to moving countries, but right now I'm also thinking about immigration, so which was why I was saying this
Mhm.
can.
See, for that reason, luckily we have Trump now. Trump is
Yeah,
coming, right? So
Yeah,
Trump,
yes.
yes, will make illegal immigrants' life easier,
yeah,
right? So if you
he,
are masters or PhD,
yeah,
immediately there will be process of filing, getting green card.
yeah.
That
So,
is policy.
Trump, like Rajiv said, just to explain to you guys, Trump is saying that if you are engineering students coming to this country from foreign countries, we don't want you to go back to your country. You stay here. We need you. But if you are a labor class people coming from border and all that, we don't need you. Get out of this country. That is his policy. He ran on this policy and what you call. And so So basically, we are what he is trying to tell you is that we are expecting that green card process or PR process will be further simplified. But to answer Smith your question, you don't need to worry about it. Say, for example, you get a job in Seattle, which is on this side, and then Vancouver is on the other side, right? So don't think that suppose if say you get a work with Amazon or say Microsoft there, uh, they have they have offices right on the border on the other side, Vancouver. And so
Mhm.
suppose if they like you, uh, they will just say that this is not a problem, this is a HR issue, no, this is not an engineering problem, HR problem, and HR will handle it. So don't worry about that part. That is not your nobody who has come in this country or Canada who wanted to stay and has engineering background or a STEM background has gone back. They have not been thrown out. There are
Mhm.
people taking 20 years to get green card now. When I came, it used to take 2 years, 3 years. Now it is taking 20 years. But does it mean that it stops your life? No. You are spending your day just like any other person who has a green card or not. Everything is normal. That is a immigration process, and that is what Trump is trying to president elect is trying to resolve, that why we are not utilizing like this he considers this gold. We are the people, STEM people are the one who create wealth, and he's saying that those who are um, able to create wealth, why we let them go back to their countries? They are the real jewel. We want them to stay in this country. So here in this country, there is a very high respect, or in Canada, very high respect for merit. This is a merit-based country. That's why it is staying on the top. Only India's population, what is this, 1/5 maybe, and it is 5 times bigger economy than India. It's amazing. It's so how they are able to do it because of the merit. They respect merit in this country, unlike India, and you have a lot of issues there right now going on, like reservation and all this. So don't worry about that part. You apply to both countries. If 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 you selected, they will take care of that immigration process, and then who knows that uh, maybe you will get a green card faster in this country if Trump if
Yeah,
Trump things go.
yeah. But there is one more thing which you can do in Canada, right? You will get it again the competitive advantage to be in Canada. There is one loophole in this country. So if you have worked as a manager 1 year in any other country than US, okay, and then after you come to US, you are eligible to file for EB1 category. That is very
Oh,
important.
okay.
Okay, so the EB1 filing is you have to be a manager in two different countries, two or more countries. If you are manager, senior manager, director, vice president, everything in US, then you are not eligible.
Okay.
Right? Even if you work for 20 years in the same country, you are not eligible for EB1. But even if you have worked as a manager in two countries, you are eligible for EB1.
Mhm.
Right? So if let's say if someone is coming from India and then was a manager over there in the same company is coming to US, then they are eligible for EB1 category.
Okay.
Okay,
That's good to know. Yeah.
that will help you. Like if you
Mhm.
work in Canada, let's say for 2 years and come to US, you will be in different line.
Mhm.
But if you directly come to US now, then it will be process will be slower until Trump does something.
Yeah,
Okay, so you
that
can take
makes
that
sense.
advantage being in
Yeah.
Canada. So a lot of people is working in US with a senior manager or director, they go out of US to work for 1 year. Like they go to Singapore or Canada even to get that in EB1 line.
Mhm.
Okay.
No, what is the rationale behind this actually? This kind of
Yeah.
Multinational manager. So you have worked as a manager in multiple countries.
Okay.
So
It's
that's,
very interesting.
yeah, so that's what it is, right? Like, yes. And then of course, because see, this whole green card concept is from birth, right? Like, even if you are getting Canadian citizen, you will not be considered as a Canadian, like even if you are holding Canadian passport for green card, it will be your birth country. So
Oh,
even people get Canadian citizenship, it doesn't mean that they will be considered as a Canadian. No, it's based on your birth country. So if you are Indian, born in Nepal, I'm just giving you some hypothetical example, right? So even if you have Indian passport, but your birthplace is somewhere in Nepal or any other country there other than India, then your green card will be much faster. It's a birth country, not your citizenship.
oh,
Yeah. And then there is one more loophole. Let's say if somebody is like married people, and then if their kid is born other than India, let's say in UK or then again that the whole family's process will be in faster category. They will go to different category.
So right now, Smriti, you don't worry about that part.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
we'll take care of it. You just find a job. Doesn't matter
Mhm.
whether it's Canada or
Yes.
United States.
Yeah.
That should be your focus. And this immigration, there are lawyers, and uh, like just like interestingly, right now we are four people from Sripati village, one village from Misla Madhwani, and similarly there is a immigration lawyer from Sripati village. She works in Ohio, immigration lawyer. So we'll give your file to her to handle it. So don't worry about it. She's daughter of Sashnath Miss, and she's practicing law. She used to be lawyer in Supreme Court, and then when she got married, her husband is scientist, and she came here, and now she's a lawyer here, immigration lawyer. So she knows all those things,
Yeah.
how to handle it. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Okay, so I think it was a very interesting, very good day. Thank you, all the panels, and thank you, all the students. I still see couple of people who have not yet introduced. Let's see. Could you please introduce yourself? I see. Let's see here in the list.
Prakash ji also
Pataji.
Prakash ji also joined, sir, now. Namaste, Prakash ji.
Namaste, namaste, namaste to everyone.
Very nice. Please introduce yourself because there are many other people here who don't know you. And
Namaste.
then also I see Aditya. Aditya, please introduce yourself. We have not heard from you yet. पहले आप प्रकाश जी अपना परिचय दे दीजिए.
Namaste, namaste. My name is Prakash. I'm faculty at Mississippi State University in US. I teach remote sensing and climatology to PhD and master's students at university, and we are doing research with NASA and DOE on different forum of soil carbon work. So this is my brief bio.
Very nice, very nice. So welcome you to this group as a panel. You are a panelist. There are, I wish last week there were a couple of students who want to come to this country for PhD, and definitely we will connect. We'll ask them, and we'll ask you to kind of help a little bit. So
Sure.
yes, so this is what you see, people from different background, and there are a lot of mentors from other countries. We have mentors from Singapore, Canada, other places. So India, of course, and we want more. This is a panel where we want more experienced people from different walks of life. Of course, right now we are more focused on the STEM area, but doesn't matter if they are from social sciences too. So please spread the word that this is a great network, and it's free of cost for the students. We are not charging anything, so free advice to all the students and job seekers. Whatever they want, they can ask questions, and we will all try to help. So let's go to again. Aditya, please introduce yourself. Pataji, आप चुप हैं जरा बोलिए.
He has to unmute himself.
Rajeev, hello. Please switch on your mic.
आप माइक को ऑन जो है वो कर दीजिए, स्विच अनम्यूट कर दीजिए। अच्छा, कोई बात नहीं। तो और
Amarnath ji, Prakash ji, if I remember, you went to New York or something to meet Modi ji, isn't it?
Yes, sir. I was in that. Yeah.
So what was discussed? What was discussed there? I was very curious to know that day.
So Prime Minister invited uh, 25 scientists from the US to discuss about a possibility of engagement between India and US. And I was one of the young scientists who was invited for the meeting. The discussion was mostly on my side because I'm in agriculture. So PM was eager to know about the drone application in agriculture and how best we can expand the scope of drone application in agriculture in when we work closely with ISRO. So India has an agency called ICAR, Indian Council of Agriculture Research, and ISRO. So they work independently. Prime Minister Modi wanted them to work in collaboration. So he was keen to know about how best ISRO can develop some small scale drones which can be used for agriculture research in India. And that's how we were discussing on that. And there were other discussions on different forum, but my role was in agriculture. So I explained these 2 points there, how best we can do.
So what was his reaction to this?
So I suggested 2 points. I suggested that um, in India, farm hold or land holding is very small. So when we apply drones, we have to think of that there will be drifting of spray of chemical, let's say fertilizer or pesticide. That is a major challenge. So if let's say farmer A wants to spray something and farmer B doesn't want to spray, there is a lack of maybe we can say breach of privacy, and that's how there is a contamination problem as well. So we need to think on develop some guidelines for drone application in agriculture. And since I was a member of DOE of drone application in agriculture in US, so I sent his team. I sent the draft of drone modules. So he said that we will love to revise our drone modules as well. Second was that application of drone which is data secure. Right now, the drone which is used in India, which has a lot of chips used from China. So he was worried on that. So he said that why not our semiconductor industry, which is growing in Gujarat and other parts of the country, we can develop our own chips. So he is pushing that idea that we should have our own drone manufacturing hub, and that's how these 2 points he was okay with that, and then he said that let's discuss more on that.
Wow.
So, but are you seeing that something is happening on these lines?
Yes,
Sorry.
I have read a couple of articles in last few months in Gandhinagar and Gujarat part with their they have semiconductor hub. All the drone companies they are doing workshops with those semiconductor industry what they need, what they really look for their local chips. So they are doing a lot of workshop. METI Department of METI means electronic communication industry. They are doing a lot of workshop with startups in drone industry.
Oh, that's
yeah. So, like Prakash said, it it doesn't mean we should not think that China is the only one country who is making chips. First thing, first thing we have to understand, Malik ji, is that there are chips of many different types, and then they are also of the different level of chips. So there are many chips which now America don't make it because there is no value, means they cannot make enough profit. So they are making higher end chips here in this country, and lower level chips, which is very least expensive, are being made in like Singapore and of course Singapore as well as South Korea. But higher end is, and also in Europe right now. So those chips which were used for different application doesn't necessarily mean that can come only from China. Of course, China is pushing; they want to make everything in China, and that is their purpose, and they are very successful in doing that. They forced country to do that one. Like for example, when I remember it when I was at Intel making latest level of chips, of course, there, but they forced us to open a plant in China, and we didn't. Intel didn't want to do the CPU there. CPU is the most expensive chip. So they said that, okay, we will start a memory chips. And then memory chips making, we didn't have any experience at that time. So then Intel partnered with Micron, and then we put together a plan for that. And then that chips are being manufactured in China. So so not necessarily like he's saying that for drone application or many other application we can get chips from other countries, Koreas and all that. But of course, we have to plan making chips in India at very large scale at different category of chips, so that uh, we can become an industrial country, right? Because everything you can think of nowadays, any machine you try to build, it is all using semiconductor for different things. Either it is the control or processing or memory. I mean, these are the things, normally three things we do. Uh, uh, and uh, and if you depend on foreign chips, how long you can? They are first, they are expensive. Second thing is that you are dependent, and third thing is that that can be used as a weapon. For example, America, you are buying chips from America. America, if relations breaks, then they will say that sanction. That's the American policy word, sanction. Oh, we are not going to send you these chips. That's exactly the same thing they are doing it to China right now. They are the higher end chips. They are not allowing it to go to China, and China is now that China is considering it as an opportunity. It is pushing their own industry to start making it, and they have been very successful. They are now the main competitor of US even in the semiconductor right now. I just wanted to throw you something about semiconductor. So India is joining late, although it is unfortunate, as you know, that semiconductor industry of United States, backbone of that is Indians. We all Indians have raised this industry in last 30, 40 years. If you go to any place, uh, in the research department, which I was in always, you will see one third are Indians, one third scientists are Chinese, and one third is uh, American. Yeah, this is how is the grouping. You can see that one. So we know how to do it, but since Indian government it's a heavy investment, private industry initially didn't want to do it, and government should have jumped into that one in 80s when it was really taking off, and we missed that boat. So even now it is not too late. I hope Modi ji does something about it.
Sir, a higher chip manufacturing start by the China.
They want to, but they cannot do it right now. The high end chips is that yeah, basically we go by what we call it. If I think most of us are engineers here, so I can say few words. And Malik is expert on physics, so please. So when you make the semiconductor, it's very simple. We all have learned from the high school days or electricity one in engineering college that that what is it? It is source and drain, right? Source and drain. You want electrical current to go from source to drain. That is the whole game. How do you do it? That is what is semiconductor industry. And so when you apply the voltage, then there is a gap between source and drain. Then that gap is basically that becomes a conductive path, and then electricity or electron or that passes from the source to drain. That's what is happened, or other way. So this gap between source and drain, how much it is called channel width or channel length, whatever you want to call it. And that has been shrinking over the time. And now we are already, that is 3 nanometer in the production right now by TSMC. So that's where it is. But if you go then in the micron level, is China making it right now. China want to import 3 nanometer and 5 nanometer, 10 nanometer chips from Taiwan, but United States is basically owning the manufacturing is happening in Taiwan, but the companies whose products are there either um, Nvidia or other companies, so it is their chips. So basically, it is American company chips. So Americans have control over that one, and they are saying no, we will not give you latest chips to. Will not allow you to sell any chips to China. So even so, that's how it works. So China is trying to. It is gap. It started making the old generation chips, and gradually it has been moving up and up, and it's doing very well in that. And you know, Chinese are very hard-working people. They are very good at copying things. They do the reverse engineering, they figure it out, and then they start initially buying from others, and then slowly they start making their own. So they are very good at manufacturing, and they are a big challenge to United States. Of course, we are at the very beginning stage right now.
Sir, in India, Micron and Foxconn also started manufacturing in India. Foxconn in Chennai and Micron in Gujarat. So they have
Yeah,
started.
so
My many friend is working right now. They switch the
yeah,
job
yeah.
and
So
they are.
that is a good start. But what I'm saying is that they are entering right now uh, in India. Slowly, they're starting new companies are coming up. So it will take time. It's not that semiconductor is very expensive to like factories now cost about $10 billion to start, and then you need not only the factory, and India has people. We have well trained people. We all can go and start any level of plant in India anywhere. But the thing is the infrastructure you need, right? You need very pure materials of different types. So all basically what you see on the periodic table, all the elements you see on the periodic table are being used in semiconductor. It is mainly it is semiconductor designing is electronics, electrical, but manufacturing nothing but a chemical process. Dinesh, is for your information, it's all chemical process. There is nothing in it because so just like any industry, any chemical industry or any industry you can take, everything is just like that. But the thing is that you need pure metals, you need pure liquids, you need all kind of things, uh, uh, gases you need, but you need infrastructure to build in India. Slowly it is happening. Suppliers are now entering into India, like equipment supplier is right now, like for example, equipment wise, there is company like Applied Material, which is in California, or Lam Research. These are kind of they thin film application. They make a lot of tools, and etching. They make a lot of tools. Similarly, there is a lot of chemical companies like Dow Chemicals. They make a lot of things. So you need a lot of suppliers to start doing things in India. Yes, you can say that we can get all these chemicals coming from outside for a while, and then but it takes time, and that is what is infrastructure building. And if we start now, then it will take 10 years, 15 years to do it. Had we started it in 1980s, probably right now would be mature country, just like Singapore or South Korea or even Taiwan. So it's very good news that now semiconductor activity is happening. But if you think about the research and development point of view, now we are almost at the end of the research and development of semiconductor. So basically now we are, because as I was telling you that source and drain, you already have gone almost to 3 nanometer gap. So now you can go to 2 nanometer, 1 nanometer. What you will do after that? So then this industry will come to basically just like becoming the mature industry. You will, for the next generation of things, computing, you will have to go to something else. So new science has to be developed. Semiconductor will not mature. Another 20, 25 years, it will mature. It's just like any other chemical industry. It's done. Now you have to, new research has to happen. How can you make something new for computing?
Uh, yes, yes. Right now we are working in the quality department. So whenever some material coming from the European countries, some material coming from the China, some localization material from the India. When the material has been changed, so some problem is occurring that. So we are knowing that this supply to worth India. What India having the problem? Yes, yes. Whenever then discuss with the operator, what is the feeling that, so whenever this material has been come, they are storing time the very difficult and very tight, or whatever in the Chinese and European. So that is very fantastic, sir. We have smoothly by storing. So I know that we feeling that some of the localization, whenever the material has been localization, because buyer has the KPI to do the 5% localization every year. So they have finding the new supplier in India, but the material has been some feeling that some issue. So we have do the some jugaad issue in India. So we are not maintain the quality. So that's the problem here. The skill is not issue here, and knowledge is not issue here. But we are our work transfer to jugaad. So quality differ is that quality is satisfied.
Yeah. So jugaad is the problem. We don't, science doesn't like jugaad, right? You can do the jugaad thing only for so long. You cannot take it to the next level. So we have to develop it, right? I mean, very, very simple things, we still are not there. One of my friend, his son is doing a, what you call, he started a company uh, for furniture. So he's my son says about 30 years in New York City, and he has a company which has like 70 employees and almost $50 million of uh, revenue right now. I mean, it just started 5 years back. So so right now, when all this, we are discussing tariff and all that kind of thing. So one day I was talking to him. He's a little bit worried. Actually, his parents are more worried, who are my friend, and they were saying that right now he is getting everything built in China. So all the furniture, office furniture, home furniture, his company that he is designing it here and then getting it manufactured from China. And then if you order it here, uh, from the warehouse, things will be sent to your offices or your house. So that's what is happening. And his parents were telling me that now we are worried that when tariff Trump will put in, then we will have a difficult time. So I was asking that, I mean, it is a basic furniture things. All you have is different metals. Why can't you do it in India as a outsource it rather than depending on China? And he raised the same question, infrastructure. So the point is that even for the basic furniture right now, people want to, people have a need in America to go and do things in India, but they find it difficult because infrastructure is not there. So that is the thing we have to work on in India.
So with that point, sir, I just want to add one more point. When I was discussing with Prime Minister Modi, I was surprised to know that India is one step ahead on development of alternative of semiconductor.
Good.
India puts 200 crore rupees for one institute called Institute of Advanced Studies in Science and Technology in Guwahati, where they are working on synthetic nanotube, carbon tubes, which will be alternative for semiconductors. And India is one of the few country, only 5 countries are developing carbon nanotube research infrastructure in
Very nice.
In the Guwahati.
Yeah.
And I was surprised to know that when I was talking about semiconductor of drone, he explained that we are investing 200 crore rupees every year on synthetic carbon nanotube. So Bhabha Atomic Research Center as well as DST IASTT, Advanced Science and Technology Institute in Guwahati. They are working on developing alternative of semiconductors. So infrastructure is growing. We,
Good.
we, we cannot say that it's not there, but it's growing now.
Yeah. See, the thing is that we want to be like second or third economy in the world, right? So we have to think like US and China, right? We don't want to think like developing countries, other develop. We should not compare ourselves. Many times people compare. I said, why you compare yourself with with European countries now? Europe is out of scene now. When in science and technology we have beaten them already. We are ahead of them. So now let's see who are the top 2, 3 countries. It is Japan. It is United States. It is China. We have China is really, I consider China the main threat for India because I have worked with them for 30, 40 years. I neck to neck in research and development. And I can tell you that they are really tough nuts. Those of you India, you don't get chance to deal with Chinese, and they are disciplined. They are very disciplined, well educated, very good in mathematics. Only drawback they have is that they cannot speak English like you we do. That is
I
the
can
only thing.
I can
But
understand my PhD. One of my PhD student is Chinese.
yeah, yeah. Oh, I mean, a lot of. So that is the only disadvantage they have. But they're very hardworking people. You give them ideas. This is what I want you to do. They will do it. We live in. Uh-huh.
Amarnathji, there is one thing, people were discussing. Infrastructure is one thing, but the real problem, they say that India has got such a high tariff. It seems that any product you make really comes from 50 countries. So the Indian tariffs are among the highest in the world, actually. So they say that is a real drawback why big things cannot happen here.
Yeah. So I mean,
Well,
that's
you
why
may
only.
agree to this point, but this
I
is
don't
what
know
they are
the.
saying.
I don't know about the commercial part. I don't know if my
This,
brother is
yeah, because
my
the
my
tariffs are
brother is
so
here.
high.
My brother is here. He's working for
Yeah.
GST. Maybe he should throw some light on that one. Kumarji, you are listening the conversation that how the tariff is impacting the Indian infrastructure. So yes, I mean there are several problems, right? And we have to solve. And of course, we cannot do it in 1 day or 2 day. But we are talking. We are gradually going in the right direction. That is a very good news. We should not be discouraged. I think in last 20, 30 years, we have really started changing ourselves gradually, and there is more and more things are happening. But yes, we have to develop it. It will take time. It doesn't take. Uh, these things don't happen 5 years. You have to have a proper plan. So that is something we have to learn from China. What China does very well is that anything new happening in the world, the government kind of uh, try to see that if something is happening new somewhere else, how can that happen in China? And then they throw money for that. New ideas, new research, new science. You do it, and I think that is missing in India. Had we had this thing, we would not have missed the semiconductor revolution in India. you know uh, तो ये एक चीज है. The government and private industries have to have a kind of partnership where a new discipline, if we don't have not necessarily everything, no country can boast that all the science will happen first there, right? ऐसा तो नहीं होगा ना. So things are happening in different part of the world, but if something good is happening in different part of the world, our academics, our universities, like that is what is happening in American Prakash ji can vouch for that one. uh, that this is the great thing here. If something happens somewhere else, easily they start duplicating it, reproduce it here. That how can we do that small scale? And and of course that will require a lot of money, which we are now gradually coming there. So uh, we are positive that things will happen, but we have missed few boats in the past. Okay, Pankaj, what time is it? I think it was a very good meeting. Everybody really came, and thank you, Smriti, and the other students who came today. I hope you had a good time. Pathak ji, we didn't hear from you yet. Can you unmute and tell us a little bit about yourself? I see all others we have already heard. And Vishal Agrawal. Vishal ji, we would like to hear from you too. So I think we are pretty much over time now. So I guess if anybody has any last uh, thing to add or comment, or please do so. Then we'll close this meeting. And again, this happens every Sunday. So Prakash ji, आया कीजिए जब भी
Sure,
मौका लगे.
sure, I will.
Yeah, same thing for all the panelists, please. तो आके इसको सपोर्ट कीजिए. हम लोग चाहते हैं कि ऑफ कोर्स होम फर्स्ट. सो घर के लोगों के मतलब कि मिथिला के लोग पहले उनके बच्चे को हम लोग आगे बढ़ाएं, एंड देन इट इज ओपन टू एवरीबॉडी ऑल ओवर द वर्ल्ड. दैट्स व्हाई वी डू इट इन इंग्लिश. तो स्प्रेड कीजिए, बढ़ाइए, लोगों लाइए, नए स्टूडेंट्स आए. एंड और इंडिया के स्टूडेंट्स के लिए मैसेज है कि भाई यहाँ पर तो आप जो रिजर्वेशन के लिए वहाँ फाइट कर रहे हैं, नौकरी नहीं मिलेगा, आप अमेरिका आइए, इस पैनल में आइए, हम लोग हेल्प करेंगे, आपको अमेरिका बुला लेंगे सबके.
मैं अपनी यूनिवर्सिटी में सर मैं बदनाम हूँ. मेरे लैब में 16 लोग हैं, 14 लोग इंडिया से हैं. बाकी प्रोफेसर लोग कहते हैं तुम इंडिया से इतना क्यों लेते हो.
क्या बस उसका सीधा सा जवाब, क्या करें, उतना नॉलेजेबल, उतना मेरिटोरियस लड़का कहीं और मिलता नहीं है, तो क्या करें. ऐसे ही होता है, इंडस्ट्री में भी ऐसे ही चलता है. जब हम लोग इंटर में जब हम लोग रिक्रूट करते थे तो ऐसे ही होता था. हम लोग सारे स्टूडेंट्स को यूनिवर्सिटी बुलाते थे, वहां पर तो बैच में हायरिंग हम लोग करते थे. एक दिन का इंटरव्यू, 500 लोगों को हायर करना है एक दिन में, 500 नए इंजीनियर को हायर करना. आप सोचिए, मास स्केल इंटरव्यू करते थे हम लोग. दैट इज समथिंग स्टोरी फॉर अदर डे. तो ऐसे ही होता है. बट they would ask the same question, करेंगे क्या भाई, यूनिवर्सिटी में मास्टर्स पीएचडी करने वाले स्टूडेंट्स या तो इंडियन है या चाइनीज है, तो हम कहाँ से लाएं दूसरे लोगों को. तो यही है. तो चलो, बहुत अच्छा रहा आज का मीटिंग. वेरी गुड, एंड थैंक यू
Rajesh sir,
स्मृति फॉर कमिंग. हाँ बोलिए
Rajesh sir,
प्रकाश जी.
Rajesh sir, I have some question about the resume. So we have prepared the resume in a one page, and then is what is the issue with the scannable? Is the not scannable some data at the very higher?
So one page is perfect for recent graduate, right? वो दोनों का difference करना पड़ेगा. Do you get my point? See, Smriti's resume or Ashish's resume, right? You cannot compare their resume with your resume.
Yes, 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 okay,
Okay.
okay, okay. When the database AI finding some the keyboards, so what he know, what we try to know in our resume, can we
So
getting
that's
some
what, like, see,
error?
copy details from LinkedIn, right? From the job description. Put in the chat GPT. Ask prompt, right? Create resume, right? For this job description. Just copy paste. Chat GPT will create a resume for you.
Okay,
In that resume, chat GPT will highlight skill sets, right? Which is required for this particular job. Look for those skill sets and then analyze where you can fit those skill sets in your resume.
okay, okay, okay,
Okay? Then only chat AI will select your resume. If those key skill sets are not there in your resume will not get selected.
okay, okay, okay. So,
Okay, and
sir,
get scripting.
okay. So what is company decide to finding some keyword in the resume?
That's what the chat GPT will tell you, right? Based on the job description. So every time, whenever we are
Okay,
submitting our resume, right? It should be different resume. We should not float our resume for all jobs. No,
oh,
it should be specific to your job where you are applying. So that's why I told Smriti and Ashish even the other day also, create a different folders. Do thorough research on the job description. Research
mm-hmm.
on the company where you are applying for. Add 50 people in that LinkedIn from that particular company, right? And then go for like make it a mission, right? Okay, I have to hit this target now, right? So
Oh,
prepare everything, your cover letter, adding the networking, right, for that particular company, a job description, who has posted that, right? Reach out to that person, send a message, right? And then as a recent graduate, we should always, right, do LinkedIn posting, right? So people will know, people will see your name again and again, like every time, every week they are seeing you, right, in your LinkedIn, right? It could be
oh,
news related to your job profile, where whatever you are doing. So that will be, because see, it hits, right, whenever you are posting something, it goes to
oh,
all of your network.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Uh, oh, sir, finding this idea.
yeah,
So
of
right
course.
now from the, yeah,
Scripting is very important, right? Whatever you have written, see, when you are creating your resume, getting a chat GPT details and then putting in your resume, right?
mm,
That's not the end of the story. That is first thing, right? Because you are repackaging, you are branding, and then create your scripting like we do in the drama, right? Okay, tell me about yourself. So write it, do that rehearsal, right? Put in front of mirror or in your laptop, switch on the camera, right? And then practice. Tell me about yourself, then answer it. Do that practice. There'll be like 10, 15 interview questions, right? Like, okay, tell me about a challenging time where you had some obstacles and how did you overcome with that, right? Conflict resolution. Make a story based on the job description again, right? So put it. It's like exactly like working in a drama, right? That's what interview is, right? So
yeah, yeah, yes, sir, yes, sir. So last week, I am using frequently. I am using the AI and some apps using the mailing and drafting. So whenever mail is coming for regarding me, so I tell to mailing the drafting. He's responding the few seconds, and then I have to work on the yeah. Parallelly, I will starting the work. Then we get the
yeah,
analysis and drop the mail. And the AI they have formatting all the mail in a few seconds. Then I copy paste in the mail tab and send back. So some person will come back, sir. Why you are drafting mail is very fantastic. How is okay, okay, just
yeah. See,
so
like
this is sir, yeah, 2 3 days ago, my Mithila Samaj group sending some the queries. We have prepared the PPT for the proposal, sending to some company for the CSR. So you have any idea? So some topics. So asking with the Google Gemini giving the some the details. So I copy paste and drop in the Google our group. Please, you have more of the content here. You can prepare. So other guys, IT person had the prepared all the PPT and share the in a few minutes and yes sir.
Very
So
nice. Very nice.
so
See?
so we are starting the using the AI sir.
yeah, make it as a friend, right? Like
Yeah,
make your
yeah.
AI companion, right? The co-pilot, right? Use extensively GenAI, right? See, I told you, right? I'm starting my own company, and then everything I will do, like I don't hire like 10 people. I'll use Copilot, right? It works very fast, right? So everything I'm doing, all those proposal building, right? All those. Even the name of the company I got from GenAI. I did that something. Okay, give me some idea to name my company SAP, and then working in green technology. I got named Saprin, right? SAP and
Sapgreen.
green. So I did that.
Sapgreen. Nice.
Saprin, yeah.
Sapgreen. Huh?
Yeah, Saprin, SAPREEN. So Saprin. So my name of my company is Saprin Consulting. I
Nice.
registered that I started my own LLC. I'm working on the logo design and website design. So I'm working on this coming week in that one, and then working on like different proposals, different contracting. Yeah, so taking advantage of GenAI is really good. Yeah.
Sir, in company some defects are occurring, so we know we trying to know the what is the analysis. So snap, cut and copy paste in the chat GPT and asking him
This
what
is
is the
GitHub.
analysis. Yeah, sir.
Yes,
They exactly in a few seconds, their emails are telling that about the screw is missing here. Some is or suspected reason is a drop down.
I know. Yeah, so try to read GitHub, right, for any coding thing, and it will
Uh,
give you everything, right? So that's what, let's see. We have to be smart or will be outdated, right?
Yep.
You'll be
yeah.
asked it. Simply, if you have to be in the game, you have to be ahead, right? So GenAI, see, this whole thing will change soon. And this is like in very nascent stage. It is like internet in early 2000 or 90, late in 90s, 1900s. Like, think about that. GenAI is in that stage now. And then what we need? Semiconductors, those chips, right? So if you are investing, I'm putting a lot of money on semiconductors now. So because see, all this Gen AI, all the supercomputing, this quantum computing, those things will be there.
Yeah.
So Smriti, if you are still there, yes, your skill sets, Ashish, both, like you see, Smriti and then Ashish, both are on that area, right? Like AI, data sciences, they are experts, right? They will rule that world, right? So yeah.
So, sir, right now I am trying to learning about the prompt. So how we can more effectively prompt? I will sending to AI. So it is getting the problem because AI knowing the everything, but what is the I am prompting prompt to AI? So that is
No, but think about it. There's something called hallucination. I don't know what is the correct spelling, but yes. So JNA, even Chat GPT, right, that everything is not correct. That's also you have to notice. Right, couple of
yeah,
small things if you will ask, you will get also
yes,
incorrect answers.
yes,
Like I
correct,
was
correct.
creating some trivia questions on Bihar, like for my Bana Cultural Fest. I got some answers incorrect. Like Chat GPT gave me. So we have to use our brain too, right? Same thing with the prompting, right? So prompting is more kind of like you will learn eventually, like how you are getting it, right? So, but yeah, I don't know that, but yes, there are some courses also on prompting, how to prompt with the Gen AI thing.
So, sir, I am sending my Aadhaar number to AI. Please save it whenever I am knowing my Aadhaar number. So actually, always I am forgetting. So please share the my Aadhaar number. So exactly, no. So privacy is not for our job. So we have to the maintain your privacy. Only you are
Yes,
my good. We are my good friend. Yeah, yeah. You are welcome. Anything more you need about it? Okay,
that's
okay.
good.
I will
Yeah,
tell
you
you.
should not do that. Any
Yeah.
of the data secrecy.
Yeah.
Second thing,
Exactly.
yeah, I'll tell you about the Gen AI thing, right? Gen AI, let's say if you are using Chat GPT 3 or something, right, or 4. So it is there is also some time frame, right?
Yeah,
If you
yes.
will ask now who is president elect of United States, you will not get that correct answer
Yes, sir.
because
Correct,
it's
sir.
not a real time thing, right? It's the
Uh-huh.
data when it was stored at that particular point of time, right? If you will
Uh,
ask who won the Maharashtra election, you will not
yes,
go
sir.
go those
Exactly,
results
sir.
in Chat GPT.
Yes, sir. Exactly. You have idea. Can I throw prompt in the Google Gemini? So yeah, are publish some of the news. You can listen this news about the Maharashtra. We have not a proper the idea about it. So
Exactly, that's what it will tell you because it's a time frame, right? The data.
okay, okay, okay. That is a great, sir, knowing about the new things, new technology. So it is getting our simple life. Yes, sir.
Yes, your manager will write in your appraisal something happened to Om Prakash ji
Yeah,
in
sir,
last
exactly.
couple of months.
Yes,
His-
yesterday I have shared some analysis. So my manager teams to me, what is your analysis? I don't understand. So I so I called to him. What is the oh, okay, okay, great. So some words is the different. Some words is AI different. So exactly. Yeah, please convert into Hindi. So I knowing that what is the thing that. So if in a few seconds convert into Hindi as the same the analysis in the and same in the Methili also. So I try to please convert into Methili also.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. Very nice. All
Uh,
right. So I think it's getting late. So
yeah,
thank you, everybody,
yeah,
all
sir. Thank
job seekers and all the panelists. We appreciate you coming every week, Rajivji especially. Thanks
you.
to you for leading this effort. So आप लोग सब के सब आइए, सब गोटे आओ, and then we'll continue next week.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
Good
you.
night. Good
Thank
morning.
Thank you.
thank you,
Bye
sir.
bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye bye.